Good evening, this is the Select Board Workshop at 5:30 on January 20th. This will be in regards to the bylaws. Am I not seeing that written anywhere?
Way at the top.
Ray at the
Oh,
top.
committee bylaws, my apologies, I did see it, I didn't see that. So I guess we could just start jumping right into it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Susan.
So I just took the existing bylaws, I think that was from the planning board, and I took out a little bit of things that just didn't seem to apply, but I kind of left the chunk of it, because it is a committee, it was appointed by the select board. So I don't know if we want to just read through it and make changes as we go, or delete, add. What do you guys think?
Probably, might as well go right down through it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to go through it?
Yeah, so
Is there
that's
anything,
right.
you want to go by section, like
Yeah, we can
Article
do
1,
that.
member, yeah, okay.
Well, do you want to start with the top paragraph?
Yeah,
That's just the same as all the other bylaws that are documented.
okay.
Does anybody have any changes or input?
Do you have any extra copies?
No.
You can go make some.
Oh, there you go.
I have one, if you and Merle would share.
Or go make some more.
Thank you.
You want one, Merle? Or can you share?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Sharon's Karen.
This is not online, please?
No, it's not, because we haven't approved it yet. We're reviewing it.
Okay. So did you check the statute?
I was just going to say the
So
statutes
it's not
comply.
What statute, whatever the one?
The Title 30-M,
Yeah,
Harass.
section 3001.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go double check that, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I'll check that whole section. I need a highlighter, do you have a highlighter?
No. Do I look like a highlighter guy? Maybe Karen.
I guess the heading is all right, as long as that's the right
Bio, yeah, title.
MRSA.
Okay, has everybody moved on?
I'm reading
Article one.
appointments, yeah.
Yeah.
Which section are you looking at?
What?
I'm reading,
I'm just reading
I'm
down
reading until I
through it.
see something.
Yeah,
So
I'm
far,
just-
so good.
I'm just letting them go with it, Karen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm flagging something.
What are you flagging, Carol?
Number 4 on duties. Contact for the DEP and the engineer. I think the town manager should be added to that.
Okay.
Probably the water district, though.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of the water district
Oh, the
too.
water
Yeah, the
district.
water district.
I don't know how much you want to give the authority of the chair or vice chair to be the point of contact. The DEP,
And the water district.
when their advisory committee,
Should that be changed?
Yeah, I
Then
don't-
maybe we change that to the town manager.
if
The
they're,
town manager will be point of contact for the DEP, or the code officer.
yeah, I mean, but a town staff, because town manager or his delegate,
Town
probably the
manager.
best way, or then you delegate it, because I don't even know if the DEP will even want to deal with somebody.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if I
they may
say,
not, yeah.
if I say the town manager or CEO will be the point of contact?
Yeah, town manager or his delegate, that way you can.
Yeah, okay.
Delegate.
Town manager or town
Yeah, that's
delegate
true.
staff.
And I didn't know on the election and duties of officers, you have a member of beach committee shall keep records of all meetings of the beach committee, keep the minutes of all meetings, which is fine. The other option of that is I know it's election, I guess, the duty officers, if this, usually, like if you have a corporation, it's the chair, vice chair, and the secretary, but I guess you got to.
Well, I took the secretary out because I didn't know if somebody was gonna be assigned from the office.
That, then again, with the advisory committee, that would have to be, if we didn't have someone, an advisory committee, the town staff has no obligation
Wait,
to
yeah.
provide that. And if they're going to provide that, then we need to figure out how that's gonna be paid for, and what's gonna be taken for duties, because everybody's duties are filled up. Or the other option, I'm just spitballing here, is with these committees, depending when they meet, of course, we're not gonna wanna have staff members that are gonna wanna have 2 or 3 night meetings, depending when they meet. If you have some night meetings, it might be worthwhile to see if somebody, if we could pay someone to come in and take minutes for some of these.
That's what I was thinking. That's a good idea. Because minutes are always a good thing to keep.
So-
And probably we could record them,
So
couldn't we?
are you recommending that we just put a member of the beach committee shall keep a record of all meetings?
I would think it would be a good thing to record too, Michael,
Yeah, I mean,
with the alcohol.
Well, I thought all committees were supposed to be recorded.
should be.
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a good idea to record it then.
I think the people would like that. I think
Yeah, I
as far
do
as the
too.
ad hoc committees goes, it's.
then it can get out there.
Yeah,
But
true.
when you get into that, I think you may be better off to have the, 3 committees to see if we have somebody that wants to actually take these, run the machine, and then we'll have to have staff to upload it. As far as having these ad hoc committees like this, and trying to find staff to staff them,
Yeah.
then again, it's gonna go to, when are they gonna meet,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you wanna like
But I think it would be a good idea, Michael, to like, these subjects like the town beach, the road committee, and also the comprehensive plan, they're all big items, so it'd be worth to put whatever effort we could through the town level into this to help that situation, to get out there on the owl, and good minutes taken, and even if we have to figure it out so we could set the meeting, so we can pay a staff to be there, and then I do understand that we gotta find a place to get the money from, but.
Yeah, and the comprehensive plan is, really, that committee is, it's a big plan, that's a lot in the town.
Oh, yeah.
It really needs to be out there, and, but these 2 committees here, people are gonna want, especially the beach, I think even more to be the road, to be truthful, are gonna wanna hear it, be able to go online and listen to it. But I don't think it's that big a deal. You might have somebody that wants to make a few extra dollars outside the town that comes in and
So-
takes it.
Yeah.
Should we, so how would we rewrite that? A member of the beach committee shall keep record of all meetings of the beach committee, record and keep minutes.
Yeah,
And then
so,
what, add a member of the beach committee or a member of,
I would think that with this committee, once they first meet, if we're lucky enough to find someone, because it's time consuming to take minutes, it really is, that someone's gonna do a proficient job, that's gonna be fine, but if you can't find someone in the committee that's gonna dedicate, basically the meeting, say a 2-hour meeting, worst case scenario, and 1.5 hours to take the minutes afterward, that at that point in time, we could put a section if the board wants to appoint, to have the town hire someone to take minutes, and then we could do that. I think the big thing with it is, when are these meetings gonna be held, as far as what the staff could or be willing to do?
I'm not sure if I want to put somebody in there like that as a dollar amount and say that we have to hire someone, because there are several people that are on committees, and there's, these committees, I think, we definitely have some talented people that can definitely keep notes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna record everything. I don't think we need to put in there, we're gonna hire, I mean, it's just a committee.
No,
I mean, we
I said,
could,
once you get your committee going, that if it wants staff, if the committees are gonna want some staff support, which, you know, they're ad hoc, the staff has no obligation to do that. I think that at that point, then we have to say, if they need staff support, we either have to see if we have it. If we do have it, what are we gonna reassign to take from them so that they're doing their job? And if we can't do that, that leaves open the possibility to hire somebody to do that. And a lot of towns do
Do
that.
you wanna just,
Can we just say an appointed resource shall keep a record, so we don't know who it's going to be yet?
an appointed resource?
Yeah. Or
That
could be
would
a
cover all
company.
bases.
They cover all bases, yeah, that's pretty,
And you might, we have some people that
This is
do some
general.
wonderful job taking minutes here, they really do, but it's not the best job in the world to do, depending on how nitpicked the minutes get and how involved they get in the minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
so that sounds, yeah, that sounds fine. I don't know.
So, but is that the place to put in, they're gonna be recorded?
Well, yeah,
I will add that as well.
She's
yeah.
gonna add that as
Yeah.
well, just,
Yeah.
yeah, take out a lot of the other stuff.
So I don't wanna jump,
Well, we gotta
ahead.
rewrite these and bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, I got a draft, you know, I don't wanna jump ahead on Sue, because I haven't read the whole thing, but is it in here, Sue, that all meetings should be recorded on,
Yeah.
for posting on the town's website?
It just says record.
It's record, so the,
Well, I
right,
think
so
I think it's a good thing to do.
You wanna add?
I can add- yeah, I can
upload
add
to
that
the
too.
website?
Recorded and posted.
Yeah, it just says an official recording
Yep.
of the meeting.
yeah,
Yeah,
To
I
the beach.
believe that verbiage is in the budget committees, and I'll grab that and send that over to you.
that's perfect. Yeah.
It's in Article 2 meetings at the end of it.
Is it, okay,
It says official recording of the
Oh,
meetings
good.
of the beach committee.
thank you.
In the very last paragraph.
Under A?
Written, yeah.
Under A, very last paragraph.
Yeah, but you guys are gonna want it up, you're gonna want the OWL video uploaded.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, just add that to that official
Yeah, I hadn't read that.
recorded meeting to be uploaded so it can be seen on town website.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that, you know, it's got beach committee bylaws on here, but this is pretty generic for your other.
It is, but I wasn't doing 3 copies,
Yeah,
which is the
yeah,
difference, so what I'll do is when we update this, I'll go and just do a find and change and make a copy for each committee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I wonder if it takes a little work to do this, but if we come up with something we're comfortable for that, that could apply to virtually any
Yeah.
subcommittee in the future.
yep,
And we have a generic places to put the name in, like an empty line.
you just,
For
well, you
which-
just, no, you just, all you have to do is do a find and change, so in Word, I would put in.
You can do that?
Well, you do, you put in beach committee and you say change it
I wouldn't be
to,
able to.
Road committee.
change it to road committee and it will
Yeah.
find every
Right,
instance,
right.
yeah.
And it
I
will
think it's a
find
great
every
idea.
place that it says
And it will
beach
change
committee.
it.
and go-
Then you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time.
I don't, and that's why I kept this like
Pretty
it is,
much just
because that's
copy
all I
and
have
paste
to
it.
do, yeah. It's not even copy and paste,
No.
it's way easier.
Way, yeah.
Way easier.
Don't,
I
you
have a
just
question.
do it.
Does the OWL have to be set up and run by a town employee, or is that something someone on the committee could be trained to do?
No, we can teach someone how to do that, just not me evidently, because I mess it up once in a while.
Well, we're all human.
It's, you know, you have.
So if we're cutting through a little bit, I'm noticing in this paragraph under meetings,
Yes.
there's board member and then you have committee. So it's obviously some of these board members, because it's not a board.
Okay, so I missed that, deleting it, so.
Yeah.
So it would
So-
be committee member.
Because then, I mean,
Yeah,
they can vote, but they're a committee vote, it's not a board vote.
Yeah.
That's right.
they're all committed, so if you start at the top under appointments.
Oh, I
No,
see.
no, no.
All you gotta do is
No,
that thing
go
that
in
you
this
just talked
No, I
about,
mean,
right,
from the-
committee.
Oh, yeah, well,
No, exactly, yeah.
she's taking it from the planning board, that's why I was.
No, I got it,
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you got, you know, it's tracked, we understand that.
It needs to be each committee member. Thank you for wrapping up.
It's just, that, you know, the committees have to have the liaison, meaning, you know, we'll even get once in a while with the planning board, other board, which is fine, we don't mind helping them, but you just can't have individual members come in and knock on the door of the staff and say, can you make me 15 copies of this, because it's not fair to them.
Yeah, yeah. They're not gonna have, so in number 1, under C, proceedings,
Public forum?
yeah, they're not gonna have a public forum, are they? It's just gonna be the committee meeting?
Well, public is open to the public,
Okay.
so
I didn't know if it was going to be or not.
all committees are open to the public.
Yeah, okay.
Charlie, how are you?
So you get another one on 2, if most of the board.
Yeah,
committee-
yeah, just
okay.
just highlighted that.
You're just gonna do what you said,
I am.
any place with the board,
Mhm.
like a board member.
So if a member,
Are we removing the alternate?
I was just gonna say,
Okay.
we got no alternate.
I think you guys discussed that
We
earlier.
discussed about alternates, we don't do alternates.
No,
I don't think
Fair
it's
enough.
needed for committees.
I think we have enough people on them that we don't need any alternates.
Yeah, that whole section. can come out.
Yep. Which section?
Oh, regular.
Oh, the
alternate, yeah. There's like a whole well, not paragraph, but a good sentence.
Sue, is there any,
Can we get another copy of this for Charlie?
Sue,
I'm
is there
sorry?
anything in there?
Can we get another copy of this?
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
What do you want?
Oh, I was on the other page.
This one?
Yeah. Board.
Yeah, it will pick all those up.
Okay.
Yep.
Other than that,
Yep.
looks good, I think, other than
And I'll
a few things.
reread it after I do that.
Huh?
And I'll reread it after I do that.
For clarification, which section are you looking at?
I'm sorry?
Which section are you looking at?
The section that I was questioning was the alternate. That was on, under meetings, the 3rd paragraph. We don't have any thing for the paragraphs. Alternates. We have another board, so the board's permanent record committee.
Yeah, the board's all,
Will your system take all the boards out?
it won't take them all out because you have board of selectmen in there too, so that's why I'll just say.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But I'll replace everyone
Board
that's
is
worked
new
on.
blank.
Well,
Just
So in D,
being me.
oh, am I way ahead of you?
no. I'm
So
just
in D, all final decisions shall be in writing, shall become part of the board's permanent record. So it's a committee.
Yeah, she's got them all highlighted.
Well, no, the thing is though, but shouldn't there be something that, about reporting to the board of selectmen?
There is later.
Oh, there is? I'm not that far, okay. No, I'm glad you caught it, because,
It's an annual work sessions, it's under that, paragraph 2.
Yeah,
where?
It's on the page that is Article 3 on voting and decisions, paragraph above. Under work sessions.
Under work sessions, voting.
Work sessions may be called to consider such things as their annually required report to the town manager and board of
Where,
selectmen.
I'm sorry, A, B, C, where?
Number 2, top of the
Oh,
page.
work sessions.
Yep.
All right. I need a number.
Need better glasses.
So it's not, all right, so it's not an annual thing, it's, you take out annually
yeah,
and put just required to,
yep. Did it.
How often?
um,
If if not annually.
I would say, you know what, I mean, personally, I mean, I think the committee can report, if they're meeting a couple times a month to get things, keep things moving, I would say maybe monthly. If there's no report, there's no report.
I would say to start, monthly is
Monthly?
probably
Yeah.
a logical.
What about if we just send the minutes? Just forward the minutes?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can, I mean, the more communication, the better, as far as I'm concerned, but,
Definitely.
but it should be at least monthly required, as far as
Yeah, monthly. If you have
To
2
start
meetings a
with.
month, it would be good to have a monthly
I-
update.
update. It should be part of the town
Plus some meeting
manager's minutes that the committees report back to
What
the
you gonna say,
town.
Phil?
Maybe we
Well, I
add that in there.
I think the committee,
Committee should report back to the town manager.
once it's existed for a few months, probably determines what the need is as you go forward.
Yeah, but if they're working with the DEP and all that, I mean, I would think that they would need to, the town manager would need to be brought up to speed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
or the
No,
Yeah, that's a-
engineers or
I have no
whatever.
problem.
The beach will be
Just,
it
And
will
the
be,
select board.
Well, it could be
But
part of
like-
the town manager's monthly report.
Monthly
Like-
report, maybe, monthly
you know,
report.
road committee is gonna be very different probably than the
Probably,
speech
yeah.
committee.
definitely.
So, I had a question too, is the town had spent quite a bit of time, and I think there was some animosity over this, but you did spend quite a bit of time doing a code of conduct. Does any of these refer back to that members of the committee shall follow the code of conduct?
I think it should.
They
Yep.
should definitely see
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Code of conduct should be enforced hardly,
Yeah.
Well,
as far as I'm concerned.
then upon the first meeting, we want enough copies to hand out so everybody
Yeah.
gets a copy.
Absolutely.
And Michael, where do we stand with the employees and committee members that have signed the code of conduct? They've got it, that means it's the law, I know that.
Yeah, I don't know,
Whether they sign it or not, it's still,
yeah, I mean, it's just that you guys put your code of conduct in place, and if you have it on if you have a code of conduct, and say for the, if someone doesn't want to sign, to get on the non-elected or appointed position, then you can say, we're just not gonna put you on this committee, you have the right to do that. If they're on the planning board, for instance, and they don't follow the code of conduct, there's not much you can do except put them through a due
Well,
process
they're-
legal position, which we.
I get that,
And a half.
because that's,
So it's more of a code of conduct, it's like you guys having your own code of conduct. Say, our code of conduct, if you miss 4 meetings, you're out. Or the person that met 4 meetings could say, no, I'm not, and there's nothing you can do about it.
no, I don't know.
So it has a purpose, meaning we're trying to civilize the meetings, and here's what we go by. But if someone really doesn't want to be on it, or on another board, like a planning board, for instance, not to pick on them, but they're appointed, you don't need to reappoint them, and then in your mind, you can say, these people can't go.
I'm just, myself personally, I'm more worried about code of conduct where it falls, where people are on social media spreading false crap.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed.
We should probably have a,
That needs to be nipped right in the bud.
That is called the First Amendment, however.
So I get that, but
So,
it is.
So, but I just never spent a lot of time with the code of conduct, and I didn't know if you want to tie it into your.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
I think that's a good thing,
It's a good idea.
because it's also respectful.
yep.
I know this is beach committee, but are we bringing up comments about other committees as well?
I think that should be a part of the town manager's report. I'm actually writing some notes down right now.
Right. Well, one of the things I get concerned about with the road committee is that I think we need to spend some time to discuss this in front of the public too. And that is what
They're right here.
what sort of impact do we have with regard to the operation of public works? And the last time we did a road committee, there was none. And I think if that's the case, that needs to be clear to the road committee, because the road committee's job is not to find fault with the operations of public works. That's a town manager issue.
Right.
So I just want to make sure that that is clear going into that
So we
committee.
should probably draft up an additional paragraph in bylaws
I was looking for stuff for the
Yeah.
public.
for the road
Well, I
committee's
just
bylaws.
think it's worth making
No,
that
it makes
clear.
sense, yeah, because we're not
I
here.
I don't want people to come to road
No, no,
committee
no,
and
no,
think
no.
they're gonna
They can
rewrite how
complain.
road.
No, it's a good point. It's a good
How
point.
public
Then again,
works
they're an advisory
works.
committee, they really don't have a lot of authority like the other committees.
I mean, it's one thing if there's an operational problem and it's an impact to roads, then then that kind of a comment would be constructive, but.
So who wants to write that verbiage?
Well, I think it needs to be looked, I'm trying to find some verbiage on that from some other places to
Okay.
make sure that that the road committee doesn't, lack of better words and bad analogies, to stay in their lane. Because if not, they don't really have, the beach committee, we can pretty much look at a vision of what we're doing down here. The road committee, I think it needs to be defined more. The last time it looked like you had a road committee, that best I can tell, it was put for a specific reason, which would have been public easement roads, okay? So that was pretty much their charge that I can tell.
That was not the case.
Well, that's what it looks like in the records I have, so.
Then you have records made by somebody else, but the road committee was simply to evaluate what roads we were gonna work on.
Yeah, so that's not what I have for records, the ones I have that stated that they were working on public
Well,
easement.
this is exactly why we need clarification.
Yeah, you do, you
entering.
absolutely do.
Do you think we should put a date in there to make sure that they give ample time to send the notes into the town
Oh, that's a good
Office.
turnaround
to
time.
turn around time?
Yeah,
So,
that's a
for
good-
example, like, what, we do the third week of the month, so
Well, they must, what
So
about,
we have to have everything in by Thursday. We send everything out the Thursday before the Tuesday. So everything needs to be in
The
like,
more time, the better, I would say.
yeah,
I would
Yeah,
say by the beginning of the third week of the second week of the month.
the end of the second week, you mean?
Yeah, that's what it's.
The Tuesday
It's really-
prior.
No.
Oh, give them a full week, I
Give
would,
them a
7
full
days.
week, yeah, so that they can get the notes in.
7 days prior, I would say.
So the Tuesday prior to the
Tuesday of the select
of
board
the
meeting.
select board meeting, because if you don't, by the time you process that,
Tuesday
you know,
prior.
I've been trying to post these on Wednesdays, because you guys try to get them
So
earlier.
Monday.
And
Monday.
so you need time to process that.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no,
I
I know,
gotcha.
I get it. Yeah, we need time to.
I got it.
Merle has a question.
So this is really sort of building off of Phil's observation about the road committee. There's really nothing in here that states what the responsibilities or purpose
Yep.
of the committee
The mission.
is.
Or goal.
And I think that should be true for each committee.
Yep.
Because they're gonna be different.
Yep.
And, for example, limitations, of what they can not
Yep.
address, as
Yep.
well as what they need to address.
Yep. Well, I
So,
think,
that's a good point.
I think all the committees that I've seen, obviously the answer to this board, but in the case of the road committee, that could still be the same, but if there's an urgent thing noticed by that committee, then the logical chain of command is town manager first.
Yep.
To get action taken, and then notify the board afterwards. It may have to go in that order.
But the responsibility section can also indicate other responsibilities as assigned.
Right.
Whether it be from the town manager or the selectman.
Right.
Well, no,
It can be a catch.
the road commissioner has statute authority also.
Yeah.
Go for it.
He's a road agent. Charlie, you had a question.
Well, I guess, I look at this and it's like, I don't see, I see that, okay, maybe I'm looking at it differently, but I look at that there's also the town, infrastructure, the town manager, select board, all that other stuff. And then you see, even if it's the road committee, whatever they come up with, what's to say, as I think you were alluding to, what happens after that, who, because the select might say, we're not gonna act on any of this, or we're only gonna act on part of this, or something like that. Well, it's kind of, what is a committee for, other than to provide, like I was on the budget committee at one time, and you go to the selectmen, you make a recommendation, right? But it still gets voted on by the town people. So is the committee looking to draft something that's going to be voted at the town meeting? Or is it going to be look at doing something that the selectmen just go ahead and implement and say, we're gonna dredge the river, we're gonna make the parking lot bigger? Does that all stuff that has to go, because it's a committee, goes to the town? Or
It's
does
gonna
it
go
just
to, it all, anything of size, the road committee is just gonna be an advisory committee. If you listen to or not listen to, they're not gonna have the authority, they're not made by a legislative body. The legislative body, if they're looking at, say the road committee wants to sit down and say, you know what, we need to look at all these roads, prioritize them and see if we're gonna bond them out. And then they have a list of roads. That then has to go to the legislative body, which is the town meeting. So on the road end of it, even the beach committee too can give direction on where should we start, what should we have for engineering, what should we get? It's gonna go to the legislative body.
But is it gonna be, beach committee recommends that the town beach spends $50,000. Is that gonna be it at the town meeting and then, yeah, 50,000?
Well, I would imagine that
It'd
dollar,
it would probably come down to budget committee, select board, and beach committee, sole recommend, I would think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that?
It could be either committee, but the recommendation to the body, if you will, at town meeting, is done by the select board.
And the budget committee by law.
By
Right,
budget,
but
yeah.
I mean, that's a combined effort.
But-
'cause that's a-
But I don't, me, myself, I personally wouldn't have a problem if it's to deal with like the beach restoration, that that you also said the beach committee, so.
Not at all. You know, if you got in there and said the beach committee meets, they get this all together and say, hey, you know, we came up with this wild thing. We're gonna dredge out here $75,000 and that you put an article, see if the town wants to vote for it, budget, the select board, budget, the select board have the right to take it off, put it on, so they have ultimate authority. Budget committee has to put it on, we have to put it in there by law, you don't have to have budget committee, but
Yep.
you do, it has to be in there. And then if the beach committee is behind that, then we would, then to put that recommendation just shows that more support behind it.
Right.
That
So, yeah,
shows that we've done homework
But it
on
would
it
have
from
to
that
be
committee.
also by the select board.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
So, I guess if you want to put a purpose in there, the purpose of the,
Yeah,
like
I
a,
have that.
maybe,
Yeah.
purpose of the beach committee is to
Yeah,
address
responsibility,
improvements to the
law.
town beach and to
What are they addressing?
To identify and
prior
prioritize
to
projects.
the issues of the town
Yep.
beach and to make improvements.
It's an
Or make
advisory.
recommendations for
Right,
improvements.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we also want to make it, once they've, as a committee, made a decision or come to a consensus kind of thing, have someone present it to you guys?
You're,
Yeah.
I think all committees should be
Yeah.
doing that.
yes, I think that's
And
a great
updating. I
idea.
think that's a great idea.
That should be in here then. That way
Yeah.
there's no
There,
surprises.
I thought there was. Didn't you and I talk about that just a minute ago?
Yeah, there's recommendations.
The
Well,
town manager.
well, it's a money control thing too. These committees have no authority to spend your
Spend
money.
money.
That
That
needs to
should be in
be
writing.
made very clear.
Yeah, we can.
That only happens
So,
through a
so
recommendation to the board,
annually,
and
monthly.
then the process kicks in.
Yeah.
And the Board of
Bottom line, it goes to the town meeting with
Well,
something big
Maybe
like
add
that.
something like,
Well,
if needed,
think we got a gap.
how else would you like
I'll wait
this?
for this.
If you could, at least monthly reporting back, but if not, then, I mean, obviously they can approach, they can be a part of any select board meeting, they just have to make, you know,
Yeah,
the proper channels, go through the town manager to get a spot on, that's,
yeah.
something like that.
No, if you have a committee and they want to, you know, because what we do with
We-
committees, obviously, is once a month or quarterly, depending on, you know, the animal control officers, it's just good to put on the bottom, and they put it on.
Yeah,
We do that.
yeah, general.
I think want to be in person, yes, show up. The
Oh.
reason we don't have everybody in person, we don't want to drag on the meeting, and we don't want people that
Oh.
to come here 7 o'clock at night, you know?
Well, I think we need to go back to some of those in person, I think they should be in every quarter personally. I understand that we share the,
Because usually it
We
used
share
to
the
say like on the
dog
bottom of our
officer,
meetings,
but
it would say town manager, select board, and other committees.
other committees.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
what
yeah,
it-
that's a good idea.
Remember?
Yeah, we could do that.
That's
too.
how it used to be on there.
Oh, really?
Committees on the bottom, you
Yeah.
remember that when it was
Yeah.
select board,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
town
then we
manager,
could put like,
select board, then
put C
committee.
committees.
Yeah. It could be.
So any committee
Could be.
has a spot there if they
Yeah,
want to
they have
speak in the
Could be
meeting.
other
Different
boards
slot
and
for
committees.
meetings.
Just from a practical standpoint, from my viewpoint, is that it's gonna cost money. Just whatever they do down there is gonna
Yeah.
cost.
Oh, of course
Oh,
it
we
is.
know that.
So there's people, and it's not like roads, everybody needs roads, not everybody needs the town beach, and everybody uses the town beach down there. So when it comes to the dollars and cents, it's going to be to the budget committee, so should the committee say, well, this is plan A for X numbers of dollars, or rather than having it go to the budget committee and say, you know, I mean, I guess I'm saying like, where does the buck stop? And it sounds to me like the buck stops at the budget committee. And
Well,
then the
Every
select-
time it starts with the money.
Well,
That's not correct.
so I think, so if I'm
Really
not,
on the budget committee.
I want to understand that. So just to understand what you're saying, I think you're more of a procedural question. It is basically, if you're sitting there and
Well, I
you're.
don't know.
It sounds more procedural to me, where if you're sitting there My thing is, if we have to put it out there what we're doing for the purpose to improve the
Right, I
town.
mean,
So if you came, if you sat in your meetings and you said, okay, we could do the town beach improvement for 10,000, we could do this for 40,000, we could do this for 100,000. I think that's a procedural thing, and I think that's within your committee, that for you to discuss and go through and make suggestions through the proper channels. Obviously, the water district and the, DEP and all that, and we're gonna have to, I know. But the long and short of it is, that's a procedural thing where you'd be working with the town manager to bring those procedures to us.
And I think your phase one, especially with the beach committee, because it's gonna be expenditures involved with that, but phase one's very important because, we went down there and in my mind, we need to survey that, see what we owned, and that was step one, to go out there and then
Which is
expand
great.
off that. So now we know where we're at, and then after this point going forward, as far as engineering, contacting the abutters down there, and what we're gonna do going forward as far as preparing that for design, that we do, we have reserve accounts for like $47,000 for that. So that phase one of saying, what do we need to do to make a common sense approach for the next 5-10 years? But year one is, we need to design that so it makes sense what we're doing in the future. That right now, that board has, when they get to that point and they put that together, they do have the ability to come to the Board of Selectmen and say, here's where they think these steps are gonna be, and the board can at that point in time say, you know what, we're gonna authorize to take $18,000 from this reserve account to put out, to bid out the engineering for design for that area. So we are at that point right now, but that does not need to go to the budget committee or the town meeting. But when we get to the point that all the engineering and everything else is done, when we get into the expenses of three-phase powers, road, handicap accessibility, bathrooms, at that point in time, that's what I think needs to go to the budget committee and go to the Board of Selectmen.
Yes, Marlon?
So these committees are advisory committees,
Yep.
and I'm going to go back to the document, Article 3.
Article 3.
Really, voting and recommendations, isn't it, not decisions? Because they don't have, to the best of my knowledge, final decisions.
Oh, they can't
Correct.
make decisions, yeah, they can make recommendations.
I
Good
think you're
catch.
right on
All
that.
right, good catch.
And I guess to that end, tying back to our conversation just now about tying in not only with the town manager, the select board, but also the CIP committee and the budget committee, maybe there needs to be consideration stated in here as to when any financially related recommendations need to be submitted so that they can be considered timely, particularly by the CIP committee.
So you want
and
us
the
to
budget
put it in writing so that when you guys actually sit down with a proposal, that you want to add the budget committee, but we have to approve it
Right.
to go to the budget committee. So I think as we report, we're gonna probably have to learn as we go with this a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this committee is gonna be only several months old until the point where decisions are gonna get made and recommendations are gonna be made. I mean,
Well, to me, the first step on these committees is to explore whatever the committee is designed to do. The beach is one thing, roads are another thing, there may be other committees. But the first thing that should be done is to evaluate the need. And that is, the first mission is to identify, we've already done part of this, a list of projects
Yep.
at the beach.
yep,
And so that should be reviewed and then prioritized.
and there's some things down there that have popped up,
And
obviously, that
and
we'll
the
need to discuss.
recommendation comes back to this board
Yep,
as
to the board.
as a recommendation to prioritize this way.
Yep.
And then we proceed.
So doesn't it almost sound like the board has to put numbers on things? I mean, I could almost see where the board could be, this is what we want, this is like a comprehensive plan, right? They're looking at the future,
Well-
looking at what needs to be done, blah, blah, blah. But they're not putting any dollars or cents figures on it. I think it's more a direction.
I mean, I think we have
Well, it costs
we'd have
money to do that.
I was just gonna say, it would cost, it would cost to do that, I think, it's kind of a double-edged sword, you have to.
I think we can guess.
I think
I think-
we could probably, I mean, even if it went over a certain dollar amount, we still have to bring it to the town.
Yeah,
So regardless, I think it's a matter of getting, because nobody really knows where any of this is really gonna fall into place in dollars and cents. I mean, we could all be sitting here thinking it's gonna be like 100 grand, could be 20, it could be 300.
I know.
I just don't,
Yeah.
well,
Your last
but what I'm
one
saying is
closer.
we don't really, but it all depends on
Talking
what,
about the actions.
and then the act, we'll have to bring it to the
$1 million.
town, it's gonna have to go to town vote.
Well, see, we're looking for a long-range kind of plan too.
Yeah.
So it'd be easy enough for a committee to look at it in most cases and make a set of recommendations to the board the way we see it.
Yep.
And at that presentation, maybe the board sees it different. And that's how you define what the priority is. The first thing would be to do that.
Yep.
Roads would be the same way.
Right.
And then we go from there.
Yeah, but
We develop the urgency and we develop.
You've been here all your life too. so I
Developing
mean-
the money is the last thing you do.
Right. You know what's the first thing that happens down there that everyone complains about? Who's their beach? That's gonna,
Parking
There's no
is-
beach left.
Parking is one of the.
no, I know parking's another one, but I mean, like, the first thing that really happens is we lose a majority of that beach over there. I mean, the beach is like a slither.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a bunch of
So-
sand out of there,
You
didn't
gotta
we?
have a beach to have a
You
park.
gotta have a beach to have the problem, yeah, exactly, so I think,
You're in a unique spot there because you actually have the means right now because you put the monies aside. And when you go down there and lay out what we think we want to do and get hold of DP, what we can do, and you have an engineer going in there and we lay that out, for what fits where, you're going to be able to put cost on all that. The engineer is going to be able to estimate those costs.
Well,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that I kind of more thought of the committee would be more of, this is where the town should go as far as how we're gonna maintain it, preserve it. You know, I think of Sebago as a small town beach, and it has that small town aesthetics, and there's only it's like that table, you can only put so many people on it before, you know, somebody falls off. And if you can only
well, I
put
think
one
that's where we're gonna
beaches-
rely on your, obviously, your
Well,
years of experience and all
Everything
that.
else is, you know, I look at it as a whole town project. But I was just wondering about if you're looking of a means to an end, is the focus you're gonna get all this kind of stuff done, but then it's gonna come to a dollars and cents thing.
Right.
And the committee really doesn't have a handle on how it's gonna go forward. But they don't have a handle on the money.
I mean, the
Well-
way I look at it is, I mean, go ahead.
Well,
mean,
no, I look
I have
at
a
it-
different look to it than
I
you.
look at it that we're going down there, we're looking at what needs to be done. We need some input from someone with some intelligence, like an engineer, to tell us what we would need to
Right.
do to build it up.
That's right.
And then,
Have them give the money.
well, we're not even at money yet, but just tell us, yes, give us a
Show us a
ballpark
design.
and tell us what what we
Right.
need to do to keep the beach from washing away every year. What do we need to build, they're gonna probably do the jetty stuff but then move on to say, hey, the parking lot.
Right.
What are we doing here? It's
Yeah.
kind of a pit. I mean, it washes out, there's
Yeah.
divots, how do we fix that? So,
Well, yeah, and you have to look at it.
You're gonna come back with a major
comprehensively,
punch list, I think.
Because, you don't want to put a road in, a sidewalk down there and say, oh, by the way, we need three-phase power, we're going to rip the road up and put it down in there. So, it's just.
Don't wanna put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
well, that's why you need a project plan. So you have all of those components and you have dates that correlate back to other tasks that need to be done.
That's why you're on it.
But you don't, it's like, it's putting
No, but it
the
makes
cart
sense.
before the horse,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's why you have an engineer draw it all up.
Yeah.
They tell you,
Yep.
don't put the cart before the horse, if you need underground stuff, you do it before this, and
Yeah,
it's just
Absolutely.
not rocket
Absolutely.
science.
Well,
Nope.
if we get a project done down there of any sort, it's progress.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Stop restoring it, it's a shame that it's going the way it is.
It is. Okay.
So back to the paperwork, I'm gonna strongly recommend that we have goals for each of the committees that have.
Yeah, I have that written down. We just touched on that.
And maybe
Yep.
that needs to be another workshop where we actually identify what the goals are of each of the
I'm sure we'll
committees.
probably do another workshop because
Yep.
we'll have to go through this.
Can
And
do
then we'll
that.
have to build one for roads.
Yeah.
What about having our first meeting after budget is complete?
After the budget's complete?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, yeah, sure.
I mean,
No, I think that's.
there'll be
yeah.
money talked about on a lot of these projects, different places, especially roads, but,
After the budget's complete or after the
well,
budget
I'm
meets?
just saying, there's a certain amount of time people have, and we've got CIP and budget that we need to do in about 4 weeks here.
Yeah,
And I just soon see like the first meeting for the beach in early March or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just to set a target.
I'm sure we can
Well, I
get away
think-
with that,
I
right?
think
And
that's
maybe
good.
roads as well.
And maybe what?
Maybe roads
as well.
As well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a, I mean, that's
I'm
fine.
Just throwing it out there for.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think it's a
budget
good
for
idea.
garbage.
Yeah, we pushed forward, obviously, the first one was the comprehensive plan committee, which we can put the bylaws in front of them, but
Yeah.
that's because it was the most pressing with the contract that we're signing, that we knew that we had the time. on
Yeah.
it.
Which should also be dictated by them. The only thing with that is that they should be, I'm assuming between, they must have a schedule to report back. Report
that's what-
in, I would say.
That's what they're working on now, because we had a great turnout, it was a good meeting. And that's what it is. Surprisingly, we had almost everybody there, except a couple people, and they called and said they couldn't make it. But that was the point next, is where these meetings gonna fall, so that's gonna be coming right back. But in reality, the next meeting is gonna fall for that, is gonna be our February 10th 200th celebration.
Downstairs.
Okay.
So there's no meeting on that between now and the 10th?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I hadn't
probably-
heard of any. so-
For
A
the
lot of
comp,
people-
for the comp
Yeah.
plan, yeah.
Yeah, so in the comprehensive plan, so they have all the mailing lists now, but you probably noticed that anything with the comprehensive plan that I forwarded to the board members, I forwarded all to the boards.
Looking at my calendar.
That was kind of part of the first meeting, it's just like, the beach committee too, and the
So-
road committees. Where do we fit it in?
Yeah, so my only question, I don't need any more time because we're running out. Susan, are you gonna make upgrades to this? that we discussed about?
Yeah, and if someone wants to give me the responsibility, the roles and what we're planning to address for the road committee, I can do that one too.
Yeah, I could find some of those lists for you, but the only one I could find just mentioned public easement roads, that's something I could find
Okay.
in the computer systems. But the other one probably, Sue, my recommendation is, if we're gonna get one done, maybe because we didn't do the one, and you probably don't need as much because it's so structured, but because we bid it out, but the next board that is gonna meet is the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one question. When we get this to the point with this committee and stuff, and we get to the point that we have an engineer draw something and tell us what we are looking at, what are the chances of us looking for a grant that we could possibly go after to pay some of this bill?
Yeah, and so there's a lot of grants out there, and obviously it's a 25% chance that you get some of these money, but if you don't put in, you don't get them.
Yep.
But the ones you want to watch out for is that most of the grants that are available that you do these.
You gotta have a
except for
timeline.
Dredging and stuff. Once you take a grant, say for the replacement of the ramp, then they make you sign that it's open to the public, and the public doesn't mean the public in Sebago, it means
That's
that
right.
the
You gotta
towns
watch
next
for
door will
that.
come down.
Oh,
talk
I
to
see what
us,
you're
and then
saying.
they
You do
can't.
have to watch for that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Wait, so remember, John pulled out that grant from the road, from the
Remember putting the
water
first ramp in?
district, water district. Doesn't the water
It was
district
cold.
have grants?
They do,
But I have it at home.
yeah, I know part of it because I've used it a couple of times. One says, for individuals, up to $1,000, they'll help out with the waterfront issue. But the individual has to spend $1,000, so it's
match it.
$2,000. Yeah,
Okay.
and they'll match up to 100%, up to $1,000. And then it's the homeowner.
Oh,
Associations, they'll do a little more, they do up to $2,000. Same conditions, you gotta spend $2,000 or more to
okay,
get it. And a big culvert today is there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not even a big culvert, but,
And that's from the water district, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, I knew there was
is-
something.
There
18 inch
is
culvert,
some
yeah.
others, because I know we just did something down in Long Beach, either late this season or something, and so there are other structures. I can explore that if you want.
I mean, the more,
You have the one right now that's open, that's for climate, which is for the water quality basically towards the ocean, but because where we connect in, that those are becoming available, but then again, you really wanna pay attention to
That's
make
right.
sure that you're not opening yourself up to every town to be able to use your beach.
Yep.
Overwhelm the beach.
That's exactly right.
Well, sometimes, sometimes less is more, and sometimes even when you get to, dredging permits or projects and something like that, the more information you give somebody, the more they want to build it up, and, oh, well, now you have to do this, and then now you have to
Yeah.
do this, now you have to
Yeah.
do this permit, now you have to get this engineer, and
Yeah.
then the next thing you know, you started out with this little thing about moving a couple of rocks with the excavator for a couple of days, and then the next thing you know, it's like you
Yeah.
have $10,000 worth of soil testing and everything else for $2,000. I kind of got into that in the past.
Oh,
But I'm still a little confused with the end of how the process ends. You know, like if
It
you-
ends at a town
if-
meeting with a decision to spend money.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying, so does it get to that point to where everybody does their work at all the meetings and committees and goes all that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden it gets to a certain point and somebody's, no, we're not gonna do it, or no, we're not gonna do it that way, or no,
Well,
you
that's-
know what I mean?
That's up to the town to vote.
That can happen at this level as well,
It
in
can.
terms of prioritizing.
Yeah, I mean, it could. We-
And I don't
But I
see
think
really
overall-
anything in there, I don't see anything here that says the final decision will be made by,
I can add
No,
something.
that would be worth
Yeah.
adding at the tail end.
Yeah, if you wanted to add
And
that.
any final decisions
If the
for expenses
Yeah,
will be handled
That
through
the
town meeting.
excessive
that
expenses.
the proposal will be given to the town and
Yeah.
decisions will be made by the town meeting.
town manager.
Yeah.
I guess that's
That's a
what I'm
good
looking at.
point.
If there wasn't
Good to
a
have.
representative of the town
That's
on that
good,
committee.
that's good to
Yeah.
have,
You can't,
because we might not be
I
here.
don't
next
know,
week.
Jack and Scott when it comes to back to the whole town
Okay.
process and all that other kind
you
of
guys
stuff.
can spend.
So basically, if any money's come out of,
You guys, except you have to do it in an open meeting in the Board of Selectmen right now, it's about 47,000, I can't remember the exact amount, that you can authorize for the engineering and everything else. If you're gonna go to a bigger project, that you're gonna go through the whole process of
What,
CIP budget, you guys are the legislative body.
What item was that, do you recall?
CIP,
What's that?
that has the money in it?
Yeah, there's.
Probably the beach restoration and CIP.
Were you talking about CIP?
No, yeah, right in the budget, there's monies in.
In CIP restoration for the beach.
oh, there is?
Yep.
All right, well, I didn't bring any of that.
And once that's approved, that has to go to town meeting as well, but
Yeah.
once CIP's approved, then we can,
Yeah, it's gonna go up as a warrant.
it's like buying a new truck, we can
Yeah.
authorize buying.
Yeah, what I'm saying, they've already authorized expenditures down there
Yeah.
that now go to the board for, that you guys just have to have it at an open town,
Yep.
open select board
They
meeting.
need a quorum vote to.
And that is
It's 50 in there.
beach restoration.
So there's nothing that says that whatever recommendations a committee comes up with,
But that's what's
It
gonna
has to be
happen.
done.
other than voting at town meeting.
Yeah.
So,
It's
and then we
got-
should have ways it should be.
It's got, yeah, it's gotta go
We
through
get
the
about
process.
51,000.
That committee spends no money.
Yes, Karen.
I have a basic question. In the past, there's been quite a few taxpayers who stand up at a select board meeting and complain about the beach or complain about
Yeah.
non-taxpayers using the beach. Is the goal to keep this taxpayer only? Or is this a goal to possibly look at a possible income stream?
I don't think.
So I don't think, this is a workshop, so I don't think we can really comment on that at the
Yeah, so
moment.
they're
We just have to
working on-
bring that up.
Yeah, absolutely, they're working on bylaws right now, but the beach committee can certainly make recommendations.
That would be an
to
interesting
selectmen.
town,
But the selectmen are gonna have to address that.
We're gonna have to address it at some point, but
yeah,
it's not right now.
it's down the
It's a
road.
whole good thought.
But
for
the
a
premise, I would say this, the premise has always been that that's a private beach for this town,
meeting. Yeah,
and so is the ramp.
yeah.
Well, identifying what is considered this town would be, that's a clarity question that I'll probably bring up at the first beach committee meeting.
Yep,
Because we need to,
The sign says,
individual renters are not paying taxes.
it says residents and taxpayers. That's what the sign
Yeah,
says.
exactly.
So,
I think
clarity
by
on
law, that probably extends to renters.
So I'm assuming we're gonna probably
I
have to
don't
do
know.
another workshop.
I don't know, we'll have to explore that.
Yeah,
Short-term rentals.
So,
Long-term rentals.
when would that be?
yeah, long-term renters, fine, short-term renters.
Third?
Yeah.
Third, we do another workshop?
Yep, that's great.
So we'll bring that up, I'll bring that up at the,
You wanna do it before the next meeting, or is that too quick?
I can see it now.
It is, well,
It's just easy to do these, because we're already coming.
the next meeting is the 3rd.
the 3rd.
And you just said that.
It's probably too quick to have any result from any meeting.
Yeah, I'm not able to, I'm actually rearranging a business trip to come here to the 3rd, so I'm pretty heavy the next few weeks with business. I mean,
Should we say no more committee meetings of any sort until after budget is done? That puts it probably the first.
I mean, no, I don't think I don't find it harmful
Just trying
to
to
have
answer
those
directly.
conversations if
Well,
people
can we
have.
continue these conversations?
We need to continue, we have to
So
approve the bylaws first
on
before
the
we have a
3rd,
meeting.
on the 3rd, I think we should have a 5:30
You wanna do a
workshop to
5:30
finish
work-
these.
You wanna do a
Yes.
5:30 workshop on the 3rd?
To finish
To finish
these.
the bylaws?
Well, do we need that, or can we review it on our own and just have it as a line item?
I would like to go over that.
So do you wanna?
Yeah,
I would.
okay.
Yeah.
You wanna
I'm
adjust?
okay with it, I want
Yeah,
to get it right.
Yeah, you wanna do another workshop?
Yep, 5:30 on the 3rd. Is that the day?
Workshop on the 3rd.
February 3rd, yeah, we'll do another workshop.
When is what is it, the groundhog, when does he
She's
come?
here? All right, well, we're gonna end, all right, so it's 6:25, 26. We're gonna end the workshop for the select board and for the bylaws. And we'll do another one on February 3rd,
So 5:30?
5:30. Yep. Yeah.
So we should, is the camera off?
Have another.
The camera is on, I
Oh,
don't.
see, this is the blue raspberry, see, I took cotton candy ones.
That's
you,
up to the
Scott.
chair, if she wants
Yeah, I
to
like
take the
cotton
break.
candy.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, we have a 5-minute break
Want
before
a
our select
peach?
board meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, this is the January 20, 2026 Select Board meetings. Excuse me. Roll call. Richard is absent. Phil?
Here?
Scott?
Here.
Susan?
Here.
And Carolyn. We could do Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Approval of the minutes. January 6th.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes from January 6th.
Second it.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All right, approved. All right. Approval of the accounts payable warrant, 36.
Make a motion, we approve accounts payable warrant number 36.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor? That's passed. Approval of payroll, warrant 35.
Make a
Make a-
motion, oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Make a motion to approve the payroll warrants number 35.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Pass. Financial resolve, 25-2605, Sebago days. Michael, do you want to
Yeah,
type
so
that?
this is the financial resolves that we've been trying to put into place when we get audited. We have a path for this, and when they come out of reserves, it's going to help us keep our reserves with a better paper trail. This one is to allow the town manager as designated to appropriate the 10,000 undesignated funds for the Sebago Day celebration that you voted for last meeting. And right now, we're going to be paying $5,000 for the deposit as soon as he's assigned to the next AT that you come in. But that's just trying to tighten up the financial resolve. After you vote for this and hopefully pass that, because you did vote for the funds, Letitia, I believe, has the originals.
I was just gonna say, you get the original?
And that is the same as the financial resolve for the 06 that's coming up next, at the $2,500 transfer from the comp, it's not a reserve account, but that gives the permission for that. And she will also have a financial resolve for you to sign.
All right, so since we already agreed upon this, we'll just sign up the finals for that.
Make sure this is the right one. Yep.
While that's getting passed down, I'm gonna keep things moving. Financial resolve, 25-2606, Sebago 200th anniversary. Michael, if you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, so that's the second one coming around. Last time you voted to allow the town manager designee to transfer $2,500 from our comp plan fund to fund the 200th anniversary celebration, comprehensive plan kickoff, and our appreciation for the lunch. So on February 10th, we'll be having that kickoff. We're going to have the pledge of allegiance, have some readings, and then have a thank you to the volunteers, the comprehensive plan committee, and the company that North Star will be there to do a short presentation, and we will have a full agenda for that night coming up. The little ad hoc committee we have that are working on this is staff, basically a lot of staff members, and Carolyn's been sitting in on it. I think we'll have a good program, and we'll have a lot of food there to thank everybody. Everybody's welcome and invited. We've only sent out 300 invitations already. And we will be getting the schedule for that out to everybody, but these are the funds to help fund, mostly food, to be truthful, mostly food.
We need to make a motion on C and D,
Both
don't
of those.
I'm sorry?
we should make a
We
motion.
already voted this on our last select board meeting. We
Oh,
already
okay, we
voted it.
approved.
We did?
Okay.
These have already been approved
I
on
knew we
Okay.
did
our
it.
last meeting, that's
Okay.
why I pushed it through. Yeah, so we're all
Okay.
set there. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just gonna pause for a minute. I see some new faces in the audience. May I ask, are you here just for the select board meeting, or is there a purpose for your?
So on our next agenda.
I know, but I also, we have our town lawyer in here, and I wanna,
Oh, we do? Oh,
Yes.
hi, Amy. How are you?
so, I just wanna ask, for people's time this evening,
So, Trolling Troops is here, and I believe there'll be less than 5 minutes, correct?
Yes.
If I have to be in.
Yeah, okay. So we got 12 troops here, and we also have a town's attorney here, and she's, our attorneys cost more an hour than you do. But I think that if you're gonna, no, because that's probably
no,
gonna be
because we have
half
to
an
do an
hour.
executive session, so I have
So
to
if
remove
you're gonna
you.
take 5 minutes or less to do this, we really appreciate you being here. I think the 5
I
minutes.
think,
would be-
I mean, I don't have a problem giving you your time right now, and
So,
that's why I'm asking for time reasons, so if you're ready to present,
Oh,
then
we're
we'll.
ready to roll.
Yeah.
All right, so then we'll go right into the, is this the, well, you have Trolley for Troops, but also on our agenda is a Wounded Heroes Program?
yeah, so the
Is that
Trolling
the
for
same?
Troops is part of the Wounded Heroes Program.
Okay.
At the 10/21/25 select board meeting, due to a very successful Wounded Heroes Path event, the board voted to approve the town of Sebago hosting this event in '26. Pam's here, she's the executive director of Wounded Heroes Program of Maine. She wasn't able to make it the last time, so we scheduled her to come in. And like I said, we had a great
Thank you so
turnout
much.
last time. And this time, I think we're gonna, it's a 200th, the Sebago Days, and I think it worked out very well. So we're looking to do it again this year.
Do you have
And
an extra one from one of my board members? This one first.
and Pam's gonna do a brief overlay of what we're looking at this year.
Okay, I brought the Trolling for Troops team with me. This is Rosemary, she's from Team Wounded Heroes. We have Jim Exley and Jack Taylor, who are also instrumental. This event took place years ago, but Jim came forward and wanted to revive it. Everything tanked with COVID, but to get back to the event we had. The revival of that last year was in June. We needed a new place to have it. We lucked out. Jim's dad has connections with the town.
He lives in the town.
He
Nice.
lives in the town.
Yeah, he lives in Sebago.
So we have it, had it at, is it called Pit Road?
It said Pit Road.
Pit Road.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome location. It was so suitable. I won't go into details, but we were approached by Mike and a couple of other people saying, we had no idea you had ceremonies before the event began. We've never had anyone offer to be there when we've had ceremonies. So that's our oversight. We didn't know that. We would love to have you there for that. However, we're not sure you want to be there at 5:30 in the morning, but I'm going to leave that up to you, okay?
In the
But you are more
morning?
than welcome to partake
Well,
because
we're fishing.
we're, they're cage.
They are.
It's all about priorities.
Yeah, we're here for the food and the fishing, but,
Go to bed at 4.
I think it would, well, just don't go to bed. It's that easy, let's be practical.
Stay up, I got money on you.
I need my 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go fast.
No, it's fine.
Now, one of the reasons we would be honored for you to be at ceremonies is because our theme each time is to honor a fallen veteran. Luckily, we had Jack, whose brother is the father of a fallen soldier in North Carolina. He literally flew up to be with us that day. Who did the boat thing?
Charlie Frechette.
He loaned us a boat
Yeah.
for this man to take the veterans out. We paid tribute to his son. It was beautiful, it was special, and if you guys would be there for that, we would be very honored. Now, if I'm posing to you, we did that with this gentleman. We want to do that every year. If there's anybody from the town that feels there's a local fallen service member you would like to see honored, please convey that information to me and we would love it. Okay? The veterans thought it was very special. They felt it was a really good wake-up call for the price that is usually often paid for protecting all of us. So we would love to have you there. And we can communicate that at another time. We do plan on being in attendance for Sebago Days. Greg Surface is trying to line that up for us to have a presence there, so we're getting emails left and right about that.
Okay.
I think it's brilliant to tie in our event and maybe ideas from you folks to tie it in with Sebago Days, with Trolling for Troops. We'd love to do that too. So any insight is welcome. However, there are some shortfalls with operating in the middle of a field as opposed to like Migas Lodge or something like that. One, we need a tent, a big tent. Not sure where to get that, hoping for feedback from you. It was very time consuming and at times very inconvenient to have some of the less mobile veterans wandering down to the launch where they loaded the boats. I don't know what that spot's called.
Boat launch.
Town Beach.
Yeah, Tom.
You gonna be there at 5:30 in the
Yeah, Town
morning?
Beach.
We're there at 5.
I was there at 4.
So I'm one of the biggest requested things from the veterans that day, because it downforced the tail end of things, is a huge tent. So if you know of anywhere, if the town can help us with that, we'd love to see that. The other thing with the golf carts is there's a campground shown outside, the Sebago campground. I'm thinking it's pretty likely that they would be able to part with 2 or 3 golf carts until 2 or 3 o'clock to get those veterans down there and kind of shorten the time frame for schlepping back and forth. So if you can help with that, that would be huge. We need more tables and chairs. That would be helpful. And we're also trying to get the game wardens on board to take part in this. And we'd love to see Sebago Days tied. What's that?
I said, don't call those guys.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
kidding.
never mind.
So are you thinking about tying this into before or after Sebago Days? Is that what you're thinking?
I forgot, what's the date of Sebago Days?
17th, 18th.
Yeah, like I'm
Oh, yeah,
thinking,
this will be in June.
It's, okay.
oh, so you're doing this, you want this in June?
Yes, so however we can help lead into Sebago Days would be wonderful, especially being the anniversary
Yeah.
of Sebago and all
Yeah.
that. So we think it's a great opportunity for all of us to work together and make each of our respective events collectively be home runs. Because this event was very successful.
Yeah, we had 0 complaints from taking up boat ramp space, parking, everything worked out very well for a
Agreed.
first-time shot.
Yeah.
The sausage subs were delicious, I don't know if you got those.
Thank you.
That's gonna happen again, we already talked.
Yes, we did, because we brought in, and that's another thing, we schlepped in a lot of things that was very taxing on all of us, back and forth, and he brought his Blackstone. We were lucky enough to have the concession stand to work from. We had to do quite a bit of cleaning from it, to be very honest with you, to have the surfaces usable for having unwrapped food on there. But we did it, and it worked out great, and it worked out fine, and everything really came together. So, we want feedback from you, it doesn't have to be tonight, on what the town of Sebago can bring to the table to enhance our event, and also tie in the other events.
Is your date solid? I mean, is that a date?
We have not set it yet.
I asked that question for a reason. So a couple of us sit on Sebago Days, and I know that they had the tent, and when they shut down on Sunday, if your event was that Monday, the tent's still there.
The Lions have a couple of tents too.
I'm sorry?
The Lions Club, yeah, I was gonna say the Lions Club
I
has,
have a couple
Like-
tents. I didn't really,
like
this
do
is a big gap.
And they set it up, or they
It's
have-
all set up.
yeah.
So Sebago Day is,
Is it at that location at the pit?
They break, well,
it's over by the, it's next to the
it's by the
concession
school.
stand.
Yeah, it's by the
Oh,
school.
In the back,
Yeah, that was right.
in the back.
Also Hayes Hardware out of Bridgeton, for something like this, they might volunteer to bring down a tent and set it up a big
Okay.
tent.
Have you talked to
I know.
Carl at Sebago Days?
I'm sorry, no.
Carl runs Sebago Days.
Carl who?
Carl
Call Dawn.
Dollar.
Doloff.
Oh, yes, I've seen him on the email.
I would talk with, yeah, I would definitely talk with him, just to get some, if you wanted to tie it in some
Yeah.
fashion, he would be the guy to talk to.
Okay, and you'll be included in that conversation
Yeah,
on
and
any?
Cam's tied right into that too.
Cam's tied into it.
Yeah, Cam did a great job.
Yes,
I
he
almost
did.
feel bad that we didn't recognize him at the thing. Next time we'll make sure we did, because Cam did a lot of work to put that together behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was right, and after, on Saturday.
I can also give you the contact for, we have a warden that lives local here in town,
Okay,
Jason Luce,
how do you spell the last name? L-U-C-E. Thank you.
and I have his cell number for you if you would, like, I don't know if I should say it across the
Oh,
whole.
let's
I
have
would,
it.
I would, yeah, I would write it down.
I think it makes it way more interesting, don't you?
I don't know if he.
Everybody go home and
I
call.
don't know, I might actually get up for you guys for 5:30.
Yeah, you should.
Suggestion.
You
Carol.
should.
She will not.
I will
She
say,
will not.
I did the event for 5 years
No,
before
I'll
this
make
meeting,
it point to
before
do it.
COVID. And I got a lot of messages on Facebook and on my phone about how that was one of the best ones.
Great,
Good.
that's awesome.
Good, good. Hey,
It
Carol.
worked out very well.
Yes,
I was there at the last one. In fact, I brought it to us with your dad.
Yeah.
So, one of the things I thought of that we could do, for the ceremony especially, and it is an odd time, I wouldn't expect hundreds of people or anything, but if you gave us your schedule of events that day, especially with the ceremony, we could post that both on the town's website
Okay, we love that.
and throughout the town where we post our messages.
Yep.
That might get some more exposure.
That's great, yes, because I remember you guys saying that. Now, it was Jack's nephew
Yeah.
that was killed, and I'd like to, if you can allow for like another minute
Yeah,
or
of course.
so, for
Yep.
Jack to kind of give his perspective on what we did for Matt.
Yeah, it was, Matt was killed in Iraq in 2008, and the squad was just 4 other guys. And it really hit home, meeting, my brother and I, we're both veterans, and we've kind of been out of the loop for quite a while.
Jim's a veteran too.
Yes, and I actually met Jim, my wife was having a yard sale at my house, and Jim showed up, so he and I started talking, and then talked about the Trolling for Troops, and it was a very emotional morning, kind of reliving everything, but the respect between all the veterans, and after the ceremony, all the veterans lined up, single file, and shook my brother's hand, and when you first mentioned it, he's like, oh God, but it was amazing.
He spoke.
Yeah,
No.
it was, my brother doesn't
He did.
show a lot, and he and I, that night had a couple of beers, and he explained to me in more detail, like how that affected him, and I mean, I can't say enough about it. We just want to keep doing this year after year after year, and acknowledge those who have paid the ultimate price.
And in spite of his loss, he commanded a boat that was loaned to us, as we said.
Yeah.
And he took veterans out fishing
He
that
never
day.
fished Sebago Lake. He was one of the first guys to
White
learn to
knuckled it.
fish. Yeah, he did. white
Nice.
knuckle it.
But what we did is, we did our own speaking, we had Don speak, Jack's brother, and then the veterans kind of all had, like, they didn't know that was coming, and they kind of all looked like, oh my God. And so we had a big, beautiful wreath done up with the thing in the middle of Matt, and had it on a stand, so when Don was done speaking, the veterans lined up like Jack said, and saluted the wreath, and then shook Don's hand, and unless you're there, see, I have chills just saying that.
Yeah, it's.
But it was simple, the way veterans like things, and that's what we want to do this year. So I think to tie it in with Sebago in and of itself, we open that up to you to select possibly a fallen local hero and we would respect that.
I appreciate that
Absolutely.
very much, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely all for that stuff.
Definitely.
I-
Whatever we
I
can
don't-
do to help.
Yeah, and whatever we can do to help. I think, do you think it's proper to say that if you guys put together whatever you come up with, come back and a meeting, not next meeting, but, come back when you're ready, just kind of do a follow-up, make sure you connect with Sebago Days, you connect with all this, and
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind, we'd really appreciate you coming back forward.
Absolutely.
What you're doing.
We'd love to present, and that was what was
Absolutely.
requested, like if we had a time. Honestly, it never occurred to us, it's never been asked of us, and we were kind of like,
No, I appreciate that.
wow. So we would love to present you with a timeline.
That'd be great.
But again, I'm gonna reiterate, we would love your input as far as things maybe you'd like to see as part of ceremony.
Yes, no, definitely, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very
This is
much.
about
You need
when
a
we
motion,
start figuring
Karen?
out when we're gonna do it.
And it's
We'll
usually
pick a
during the
date.
week,
Okay.
it's a weekday,
Yeah,
Okay.
always during the week.
so that we're not tying up charter votes on a weekend.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand that, that's
Okay.
fine. I'm sorry,
You
Bill?
need a motion?
Yeah, I definitely think we need a motion. You guys wanna-
I'll support a motion and propose a motion that the town of Sebago, once again, host the Wounded Heroes Program at our facilities.
There's a
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming
Thank
this
you
evening.
all.
I really
You're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome. And we do hope we see as many as possible there that morning, because I think you will understand
Let us know.
how important this is, but we will communicate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Have a
Very
good
nice
evening.
meeting
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
All right, so I know, I gotta find it.
We went over the committee dog battle.
All right. At this point, at 6:50 PM, we do have to make an adjustment to our schedule. I have to get a motion in place to go into executive session 9, Session C, in accordance with 1 on MRSA, Chapter 405, 6E, pending on and contemplated litigation, Rockcraft.
Can I just add that quickly?
Yes, please.
So she's making a motion to add that to the agenda?
Yep.
And once you vote to add that, then you can vote for
Then
that.
we, okay.
So, looking for a vote.
I'll make a motion, we add an executive session item for Rockcraft on our agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Okay.
So now if you want to make a motion to go into
Someone- yeah.
that, skip down to that.
Why don't you just make it, you got the numbers.
I know. I'm gonna make a motion to go into executive session C in accordance with 1 on MRSA Chapter 405, 6E, pending and contemplated litigation / Rockcraft.
Second.
All right.
You have a vote?
Yeah, all in favor, sorry, guys.
We got it.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
So it's
I make a motion, we come out of executive session at 8:53.
7:53.
7:53, sorry.
We get paid by, she gets paid by the hour.
I second
Second
that
it.
motion.
All in favor? All right, we're out.
Thank you,
All
Amy.
right. Have a good evening. Thank you.
See you, Amy.
All right, well,
Oh, bother.
let's go right back into the select board meeting. All
Finish this thing.
Let's go.
right, well,
Hey, you guys can come in.
come back in, because we're going, we're starting.
Don't you have to restart it?
Maybe they left.
No, they're standing
I
there.
mean, we're, camera's on, right? We're
Camera's
right back,
on,
we're
yeah.
right back into it. So,
We're on committee by.
all right, committee bylaws.
We just discussed those.
So we did the committee bylaws, so we had a workshop this evening with the committee bylaws, and we're in the process of tweaking the bylaws. I don't know if Michael had anything else planned on that, but as far as I'm concerned, we still have to write a purpose and update some information on that, and we're gonna have another workshop on February 3rd at 5:30.
Yep.
So I'm assuming we're good? I think we're good on that personally, but.
I'm all set.
I'm good with
I
it.
think- all right.
Beet juice. What's beet juice?
New business, CIP committee reappointments. I don't know when Michael's going. What the heck is he?
He has.
Staffing?
He has-
Okay.
I think there were 3, so wouldn't we just The question is, do you want to renew them?
I know we discussed about the CIP and the budget in 21.
I think it was Jim Jan's used to be budget. He's now going to look to be resident. Merle is budget, and Phil Lowe, you were up as select board member, if I'm remembering correctly. But we'll see when Michael comes.
Holla.
So we're gonna have to have a slight pause until Michael returns.
Now, in the past, sorry, I'm gonna speak out of turn a little bit, but in the past, the budget committee has nominated someone to be on the CIP. Is that no longer a thing?
Nominated?
I
think
don't-
it's
I
a
don't
good
know
thing.
of that.
I don't know
Is
that
that
it's a requirement.
It
I
might-
mean, I personally still think that they should be together, but that's me, but.
Well, I don't think you're.
There he is,
the only one.
end of the hour.
Gotta take that one to town meeting.
All right. So we went through the bylaws, we're all set with that. We're at the CIP committee reappointments, but for refresh my memory, I thought we were discussing that possibly that would be a combo, but they're saying, but there's
Committee.
one
Think you should
committee
take
or
that
a
to
part
town
of the
meeting.
budget, but there's reappointments?
Yeah, so we put this together, obviously, I tried to put it together to get it out, and then we discussed that afterward, but for now, we have a CIP, the people that we have listed, I'm sorry, I'm not on that page, is that the four
right here.
members under the four members of the CIP committee, they're up for reappointment, Tina, Phil Lowe, James Jans, and Kimberly Colson. James, I believe, I'm doing this off memory, before I can read down, I guess, is that he was on it because he was on the planning board, but now, on the budget committee, but now he could do a resident, because one of the residents is now on the budget committee, so it frees that spot open. Am I saying that correctly?
You are.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay,
And so this would just to reappoint that Tina, Phil, James, and Kimberly back onto that the committee because it's lapsed.
All right, so I make a motion, we reappoint Phil, Tina, who are the other two?
James Jans and Kimberly Colson.
Jim Jantz and Kimberly Colson to the CIP committee?
I'll second that.
any further discussion?
Don't know if I should,
Well, you're one of them, so can you?
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Second that?
Susan.
Just to
Sue,
clear it,
so
yeah.
Sue, all right, so, all in favor? It's fine.
You had a question.
Merle's got a question.
So there's no hard feelings, but I'm not gonna be on the CIP.
I think.
I'm sorry, say it again?
I'm not gonna still be on the CIP committee.
Did you get, no,
you're-
you're already on
You're
it.
not expiring.
You're not
This is just for
expired.
appointments.
These are for expiration.
Okay, I just heard the names.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's the other people that weren't mentioned.
they
are
need
still there.
reappointed.
So
Yeah.
I have another.
Do we have to sign anything for that, or are we good?
Michael has a volunteer.
So
You should have,
So if you're on it already,
I
you're not up
printed
yet,
them
you're still on it.
and gave them to you, they should be paper clipped,
Merle's got another question.
you know, I'm not one that likes
unless
to be
you
involved
attach
in
them for
rumors.
me.
But the other day when I saw Jim Jans, I mentioned, you guys want to do the CIP?
They're here.
And he
Mike.
said he wasn't going to be on CIP.
No, I spoke to him directly.
Okay.
He said he would like.
Oh, that's good. I just,
Oh, I have one with, I have ones with hole poked in them.
I have ones with holes poked in them too, that's okay, I have them right here.
All right, so, all right,
CIP is done.
then you got new business, beach use.
Yeah, so that kind
What's
of,
that?
I didn't get to finish up on that. I had an email asking, I looked back to somebody requesting something at the beach, and I put my agenda up on a wall quite early, like tomorrow, the next one will be up, start writing notes on it, and somebody asked to put that in, and I didn't do a follow-up on that myself, but anybody right now at this point that's requesting how the beach can be used, like, for bed and breakfast or outside it, I think that is something that you guys really need to get a policy in place, and it shouldn't be picking and choosing. And so we can put that on the next select board meeting, or you can wait till you have your, if that's something you want the beach committee to look at, but that is actually something that you really need to look at, how that beach is being used, commercial, non-commercial.
I think we should keep that as a separate conversation, because the beach committee is trying to build the beach back up.
Okay,
Yeah, so I
Right.
think that should be a separate discussion.
I
but I
would
do
agree.
think the selectmen need to.
I do too.
And that ought to be a public conversation too.
Yeah. I mean,
Public
that's-
hearing.
So do you want to put that on the next select board?
Yeah, I can.
Why don't you add that and come back with some more details on that, because obviously.
Yeah, because that was a request to put on there that I didn't put on there, and I didn't follow up. 'cause I had-
Thank you.
And that might not be a pleasant conversation, that might be getting into beach use, beach sticker, dump, the transfer station sticker, combination sticker, it's a little bit more.
No, it's
involved.
definitely, yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be, it needs to be discussed. It's time,
All right.
definitely time.
So is
And
that
then
gonna
town
be an
manager
additional-
report,
Yeah, so we
I'm
should be
sorry.
back
Be on
on,
February 3rd. meeting.
February 3rd.
so February 3rd.
Is that our
beginning-
next meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
February 3rd is the first of the month, so that our reports will be back on schedule. We had all these holidays that have been hitting us, so these have been kind of piecemeal together, but I will put in one of them's doubled up recreation. I will put in that I
You need
attached.
one more. Yeah, but you already
Oh,
gave me
okay.
three.
Okay. That's because I wrote a whole one. So, I do want to mention that I attached the year-to-date revenues and expenditures summaries to the report, and I emailed them, but I will tomorrow morning. Now that the holiday season's over, the monthly reports will be back to normal. I believe that, I wrote notes, so I must well add it to the town manager's report. February 3rd, we're going to be holding a workshop at 5:30, and that was for bylaws, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bylaws.
Bylaws.
The animal control officers, I put it as running as quarterly, I haven't seen one from him for the last quarter. Department reports, most of them once a month. The town clerk, as a reminder, the last day to register your dogs in town, January 29th, and online January 31st, before the mandated $25 late fee. Automatic foreclosure notice for the 2023 tax year are sent out on the 27th. Then again, they're automatic, we can't stop them, they go in place, and once they're foreclosed on, they're selectmen's issue. That date is March 12, 2026. Land use code enforcement, we've had a lot of holidays, some vacations, and there's sickness going around. People are getting sick around here. Staff's been a little thin. The planning board held a meeting on January 3rd to discuss the road standard ordinance as well as an application. The comprehensive plan committee held its first meeting with North Star Planning. The meeting, this is written by land use, he's doing a great job. Was a great success with a large turnout from the comprehensive plan committee. The committee seems excited to undertake the comprehensive plan process. So the land use assistant, which is Garrett, he's been spearheading the comprehensive plan and being the contact person for it, and he's doing a good job with that. And as you know, the schedule comes up, we'll get that out to everybody. The recreation program, these are December reports, remember, because it's January. I reported on that last time. The local health officer, I attached her quarterly report, which ended in the end of December, and you're free to read that. I won't bore everybody with that conversation. And we should put it back on where I can get everybody to the report on the same page. That's what I have.
Nice.
all right.
That's a good question to ask. We have a
Select
question.
I got a question,
We have a
Michael.
question on numbers.
In the Bible here, under Public Works, under vehicle, it says it's 999% spent, and we're over by 199,744.35. What's that?
That's because you voted to buy a new vehicle, and we have it transferred to funds.
Oh, okay.
Is that the truck?
So
Okay.
when we pay for that, we actually have to write them a check.
Thank you.
It comes out of the appropriate.
Thank you. I was like,
Don't get nervous, I know, it's the thing to me.
I was like, whoa.
Select board, Phil?
I have a question, that, and it's to do with something I thought was gonna be on this agenda and I don't see it. That was, is there going to be a vote coming up on the town manager situation?
We have to go in executive session after this.
Okay, so
We have to
not
go
at
in,
this-
after we're done
Okay.
public, we have to go in executive session.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Scott?
I have nothing.
Susan?
I have nothing.
The only thing I have is that I'd like to add committees to the reports as a line item C going forward. So just put,
Under select board.
under select board, just put committees
As needed, yeah.
as needed.
Thank you for remembering
Good idea.
that, Carolyn.
I'm sorry?
I just thank you for remembering that.
So on executive session, the first one, A, is code enforcement consultation. She could not make that tonight, and I put it on there because, as you know, we put this up earlier.
Yep.
So we couldn't get any pre-work for you. This will have to go to the next meeting. We'll try to get you a pre-package on that. But this is basically, that chapter 4056H allows you to go into to talk to the code enforcement consultations with possible land use agreements.
Okay, so if it's needed, then we can add it on to the next one.
Yep.
We do have another executive session that I'm gonna have to pull this evening.
Comments from the public?
But I'd like to do comments from the public first, so that'll allow them to ask their questions, and then
Yep.
we can go back into executive session again. Go ahead. Excuse me.
Reference to the budget committee, is it possible this year to get the public works department and the fire department presentations to CIP separated? So they're not on the same night?
That's town manager
Not on my
question.
schedule, they're on the same night.
They're on the same night?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't have it in front of me.
It really is.
Is that something
That
that's
that was
separate?
pretty burdensome last year for CIP.
It wasn't
To do all
budgeted.
in one night. And let me add, it would be helpful to have a written request from each department as opposed to an oral.
It hasn't been a written
Well,
one?
it's on, it should be recorded, no?
You mean a written one from the department head, right?
From the department.
Yeah, we used to always do that.
I guess, okay.
I mean, we'll discuss it, I guess. I don't,
No, I mean,
yeah, no, it's a valid question. I guess I would just, I mean, it's up to the board if you want it in writing. I mean, if you guys wanna make a motion for that, that's up to you.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
So what?
So means
what
when
I'm-
Jim comes in the back where we fill out what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Like if
Put it in
Jim
writing.
wants to add a new plow truck.
On
You
the
know, that, the form
CIP or budget?
CIP.
To have like a specs on the truck and have you something to see, right?
Well, it
That's
would
what we always
I
do.
thought they were saying budget.
Oh, I thought you said budget.
No, CIP.
That's okay. Oh,
But we have a
CIP. Oh,
meeting
that's
here.
different, yeah.
We
Yeah,
have a
that would
meeting.
make
Well,
more
we do
sense.
have forms for that.
Yeah, there's forms for
So I
that.
don't know how that
But we
works.
also, before we spend that money, we have a public meeting
Yep.
to make
Yep.
the award and so forth.
Karen?
Can I make a request from budget committee? And it's just me, I'm not speaking for anyone else. When we're scheduling the different departments to come before the budget committee, can we please separate fire and EMS or DPW, and the two largest pieces of the budget on separate nights would be great. It was.
So what I'm hearing is you're not having enough time in one night to go over
Sounds
two
like you're
big
gonna have to have
departments.
time.
It's a lot in your brain.
Yeah.
Yep,
By the time you get
I
to
get you.
that point, there's no computing power.
yep.
Who's the chair of the budget?
Just,
Rich?
I have a date for CIP, is it still true, tomorrow night? Michael,
No,
when is that?
I haven't said that. We were gonna combine the CIP down to 2 meetings last time we had that discussion.
Okay. I had tomorrow night down for the meeting.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hope I didn't send out any dates saying we were gonna have one. Why is that stuck in your-
Because you're not gonna be here,
You
right?
sent an email out requesting if people could go to that.
Oh, I asked if people were available that day?
Right,
Okay, I didn't send out an agenda or anything like that.
well, but there may be people thinking it's tomorrow night.
Yeah, we got talking about collapsing that down. Should we look at that?
Okay.
Is there anything else from the public? You guys good? All right, well, I appreciate you guys coming out. I'm gonna have to, go back, we have to go back into, executive session.
I make a motion, we go into executive session in accordance with 1 MRSA Chapter 405-6-A, personnel matter.
Second.
Yep,
so any probability.
thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a public hearing after the executive committee.
Being recorded at 8:20.
All right, so it's 8:20, and do I have a motion to get out of executive
I'll make a
session?
motion, we leave executive session at 8:20.
Second,
All in favor?
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?